All right, so I'm going to give a quick update on the Tron Dapp space. My thoughts, what I'm at, what platforms I'm looking at, etc., etc. Um, First up, this is Trontopia. We'll get to that in a minute. Let me just first talk about this. Let me just so I don't forget. Bankroll. I actually still have some bankroll. I have some bankroll tokens that somebody gave me, which I appreciated. Um, by the way, for some reason, Bankroll will not work on my Crypto Tab browser. I'm not sure what that's about. Bankroll is, I have a little bit in the daily, about 3,000 or so in the daily, getting about 20 Tron a day in Bankroll. And basically, the way that it works, if you don't know, is you just, you buy tickets or buy Tron, just type in the amount you want to save. You want to, I guess, invest, for lack of better terms, and then you get a daily amount based off when you invest, you get tickets, and there's two ways to win. You get a round lasts 3 hours, so we got an hour 34 minutes left in the round. The way that it works is you buy tickets. So the person who has the most tickets when the round ends, you get a reward. I forget the percentage, maybe it's 40, 50, 60%. Oh, 60-40 split. The jackpot split 60-40, most tickets. Okay. The whale that purchases the most tickets and a randomly selected player. So the whale gets 60% of the pot, 40% goes to a random player, anyone who's purchased tickets in the round. So basically, the way some people play this is they wait until like the last 2 or 3 minutes, and they just come in big with like 1,000, 1,500 Tron and try to win. And I'm not going to cover a whole strategy on that, but you can just see history. The whale winner got 1.6. Got 1,600 tickets, 1,700 tickets. You can just get an idea. 1,300, 4,000 tickets, 500 tickets, 2,700, 2,600, 1,400, 5,000, 6,000, 1,000, 22,000 tickets. But it was a big jackpot. 13,000. So that's one way to invest in this. You kind of get a RO. If you win that and you withdrew that, you kind of ROI really fast. But you just keep every time you get at least 10 Tron. I have one, by the way, luckily. Actually, I won the whale once, I think, by accident. I just made an investment of about 1,000 Tron and I won it. And then another time I got the random winner for which was nice. And basically, every time I get 10 Tron, I just roll it, and it goes towards your div power. Or the more you invest, your div power slowly creeps up. When you can withdraw at any point in time, your dailies or your whatever incremental divs you can withdraw at any time, and your div power I think goes down by like 5%. And I could be wrong. I may not have said something perfect on that. I just put a little bit in daily. I'll talk about bankroll and bank teller in a minute. They're getting rid of credits. I mean luck. I'm sorry, they got rid of luck, which was like their casino portion. Credits. I only have like 500 and something in credits. Can't even remember how I got this 552 here. I was in credits pretty heavily at one point in time. If you've been following my channel for a while, really doubted if Bank Teller was trustworthy. Just didn't know enough about him. The project was new. I forget exactly what it was. Something he had said in Telegram. It just didn't sit well with me, so I just withdrew my credits at that point in time. Now I'm not adding to credits at all. I just keep reinvesting it for now. No big deal. It's not a lot. 552 credits. In fact, I think if you withdraw daily, I think it comes to credits, and you have to withdraw through credits to get to your wallet. I could be wrong on that. Bank Teller. Let me just talk about Bank Teller before I move on here. I just periodically check in. I have a couple buddies who are big into bankroll. They kind of give me a heads up on what's going on with bankroll. My overall opinion is Bank Teller has been relevant for a long time. He's managed to stay in this space for a while. He keeps reinventing bankroll and what it is and what it's doing and how it's working. Currently, my understanding is he's creating partnerships or trying to create partnerships with various gaming dApps, and he's kind of wanting to be kind of like the money management guy or the bank of the dApps. Don't know how that works, and that doesn't even make sense in my brain what he's trying to do exactly. I know he's been in heavily, bought a lot of winning with Topia, and there's one or two more casinos that he's winning. He's bought up a lot of their tokens. He's very heavily invested there. So I don't know what that means long term. Supposedly he's getting dividends and he's putting them towards daily and credits. I don't know what that looks like long term. I just know that the guy's trying to stay relevant. I don't have a ton over here, but I kind of want to see what he's going to do. I have Baker tokens. I'm not staking them. I think you have to pay to stake them or whatever. I only have like 100 Baker tokens. So this is one DApp that I'm in. Mainly, I come over here each day and click roll, and occasionally ask, hey, you heard anything new about what's going on with Bankroll? And that's kind of where I'm at with Bankroll. I need to mention this, though. Before I go anywhere, I do should have a pending withdrawal. I might have already went through. Nope. I have a pending withdrawal. I'm going to withdraw this 337 BTC. I have an idea that I'm going to do with this. I'll explain to that in a moment. This is the Crypto Tab browser. If you're not familiar with the Crypto Tab browser, if you click on my Crypto Passive Profits Strategy newsletter, the very first thing once you sign up for the newsletter is going to redirect you to a link to sign up for the Crypto Tab browser. This is the best thing that I've done so far in the crypto space outside of just holding Bitcoin. This has been the best thing. It's 100% passive. You build a mining network multiple levels deep, and you earn overrides from everything that they're doing. And I currently, in the past few months, have gotten 0.03 Bitcoin, or at today's valuation, $337 worth of Bitcoin. That's totally passive. Didn't pay a thing for it. It's just used my computer resources. I use a Crypto Tab browser every single day. It's my primary browser. Use it all the time. So that's got to mention Crypto Tab browser. Now moving along. Oh, by the way, I should have mentioned this. So they have some new like stats here. You can see like I had 3 people download the link yesterday. I had a total of 491 active miners yesterday. For the week, I had 6 people download it, 3 people install it, 828 active miners. So you can kind of see some stats. And I haven't promoted this much. I've got plans for Crypto Tab browser. Who knows if it's ever going to come to fruition, but I do have some plans for Crypto Tab browser. As far as promotional business type plans, taking this much more serious. Don't know if it's a priority enough for me to actually get to it. I haven't got to it. It hasn't gotten high enough on the priority list. But I'm going to continue to use this thing for ever, as long as it exists probably. It's freaking awesome. All right, let's keep going. Blaze Economy. I put out a video earlier today talking about Blaze Economy. We'll see what they're going to ultimately do. I don't know. I own some Blaze. I'm kind of in this place where they've got 4 people playing right now, or holding points. I'm in this place where I'm just holding Blaze, and I'm just watching it. I've got a little over 1,000 tokens right now. I did sell Blaze the other day down to about 3. I'll get to that. I'll get to why in a moment. But I did hold Blaze down to. I did sell it all the way down to about 3 Tron. But mainly it's because I needed access to some quick Tron. That's really the main reason I did it. I did have every intention of buying back in, but then when you go to make a decision, it's like, well, do I really want to buy back in? Do I really want to tie this Tron up? I think my primary focus for my Tron right now is more profitable, more valuable than what I see Blaze at right now. Blaze is just much more risky than I had originally anticipated, because they're a long ways from getting to their future goal. I mean, a long ways, and I really thought they were a lot closer to that. The main problem with the platform, the one main problem, people say, well, you can't get people to roll when the points are low. That's the wrong question. When the rate is low, that's the wrong problem. The problem is, how do you get the rate up without feeling like people have to roll? It's never ever been a good idea to roll. You got a bonus for mining Blaze, but the only way the rate went up is if you lost, and you're always rolling in an environment that is like, if you roll right now, for example, at this very moment, but even before you roll, whatever you roll, if you were to sell it, like if you rolled a 50, which would be essentially dead even, you're going to pay a 1% fee, platform fee. There's a 1% fee, plus you're going to lose 3% if you try to sell instantly, because you got to get it, or you lose 4%, because you got to get to 1.01 to be profitable. So any percentage point below 1.01, that's the break-even mark. So you're at a rate below that. So it's not a very good game. Like, it's not a very good dice game, so to speak, unless there's because the rate goes up because people are losing on machine, or they're playing kings, or they're playing battles. There's not enough gaming function or gaming mechanism to get the rate up. That is the bottom line. That's the only thing this platform is really missing. Now, by the announcement in my last video, the developer has plans for another game which is also going to be beatable, but that game has a totally different mechanic, and the fees created from that game will actually feed this rate, which will cause it to go up. So now you're going to have another beatable game, another game with a beatable edge, and that game's profits don't like go to the devs or go to divs or nothing. It goes straight to the rate. That's going to be fascinating, and that's what the platform is missing. But we're a long ways from that game being launched at this point. We don't have any date for when it's going to happen. That we just know it's the first thing they're working on. Check out my last video for full details because they're working on a lot more than that. But you can check out my last video. For now, I'm just kind of watching, sitting on the sidelines, paying attention, holding about 1,600 Blaze tokens right now. All right, let's go over here to Topia. Topia. Tron. As a platform, I think they suck. They have nothing going on as a gaming platform, I should say. Just a dice game. It sucks outside of that. But supposedly, according to Trayvon, it's one of the most fair dice games. I think that is because they're pulling it from the hash rate instead of just the RNG. But it's what they have set up for dividends is very interesting. The way they have shares and diamonds. I have 2 diamonds and I have some Topia. I haven't sold any. I actually did mine a little bit yesterday just because there's not. This one guy's been playing a little bit. Let's see if another bet comes through. There's no one really playing it right now. But I have 2 diamonds. That's been good for me. I'm probably going to ROI on those diamonds, which is awesome. So this is after a few days, by the way. But I'm getting a few divs every day. I just haven't withdrawn those in a while. Topia, let's see where we're at with Topia. Get a little bit of anything, any divs with Topia right now. And so that sucks because nobody's playing. But they're supposed to be bringing out sports betting. That may be a big thing. What I do like is if they can grow their gaming platform, the way they do dividends between the vouchers, the diamond shares, it's very, very interesting. It's very interesting. And that's the most unique thing about the platform. I didn't want to like Trontopia, but I'm in here just a little bit, not a lot, as you can see, obviously. I don't have a lot of Topia. I only have 2 diamonds, but it's about trying to get a small win. Rocket game. So this is my new hope. This is the newest Dapp in this space that I have been messing with. I like Rocket Game primarily for 2 reasons. Their platform, they offer PvP Monopoly, PvP Battleship. It just looks interesting. Here's Monopoly. Basically, it's kind of like playing a little bit of a Monopoly tournament. You get in on a wait list. You agree to pay X amount of Tron. Everybody pays, and then you earn Tron based off who wins the game. Essentially, I haven't messed with it personally. They're playing here. Is there another game? There's 2 people playing here. Just trying to see if there's anyone else playing. Let's play Monopoly. Obviously, people have been playing. So we shall see where that ultimately goes. But it looks neat. Battleship, another multiplayer. 21 players online, it says. There's a total of 115 players online right now. The divs on this have been decent. And you can see there's actually people playing right now. They're mining the crap out of this. I'll put a link down to Rocket Games down in the comment. I'll have a link to Rocket Games, a link to subscribe to my channel, and a link to be able to subscribe to my cryptocurrency passive profits newsletter. But there are people mining it right now. I mined it, and here's the other thing that I like. Sorry, let me just go through this. I like the PvP games. It looks interesting for sure, and that makes it offer something unique that no other gaming platforms offering right now. The other thing that I like is, I'll get to that in a minute. Basically, I'm going to get 22 divs, 22 Tron, but I've ROI'd here. I'll show you. Oh, sorry, gotta come to dice. So here's my stats. These are my all-time stats. I've not reset this at all. This is why I sold Blaze. I was basically playing and I was mining, and if you remember my last video, 2 or 3 videos back, I mentioned Rocket Games. And I said I was done mining it. And then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna mine this some more. And the key to mining is to hit it hard, hit it fast, go in as big as you're willing to go in, meaning is sizable bets. And I thought I want some bigger bets, so I increased my bets to 1,000 Tron, and I'll just show you kind of how I started mining. The simplest way to mine is go all the way up, roll below, roll under 96, and just auto mine. They also have the best auto mining function. So they have newest PvP games like Monopoly, like Battleship. They have the statistics, and they have this auto mining function, which is freaking great. The best is that it'll stop when you lose, and they have a lot of functionality how you can change your bet sizing, etc., etc. So just to show you, my last bet was in there as 1,000. This is the simplest way to mine, and just let it run. And as it runs, you're mining. And just let it go. That's the simplest way. Now, if you got a little bit of gambling, this is what can get you in trouble. But it's what I was messing around with. It's how I ended up. The only way you can end up is do a little bit of gambling. Sorry, I'm trying to. I'll go back to manual. You go to 88. I'm not going to do it now, but I was starting with 1,000 bet. I'll do 100 to simulate it. I was starting with 1,000 because again I was just like, you know what, I'm going to hit this hard and fast, and then be done with it. Done. Win or lose. So then just go to auto, stop when you lose, and I would let it roll. And it can go wild. You can get 10, 15 wins sometimes. You can get some good long streaks in here. And when you lose a bet, I'll show you what I was doing. I picked this up from another YouTuber. I'm not even sure who it was. I'm just waiting for me to kill the volume on this. Oh, I found this as well. They've got a great little chat function here. I didn't even realize this. This is just like Tron Dapp's chat room. You guys need to fix the chat. I mean, so it's always visible. Yeah, I would agree with this. This guy said we need to fix the chat. I accidentally found the chat. I don't even think it's obvious to people. By the way, so I'm over here just winning, and mining. Sooner or later we'll lose. When we lose, I'll show you what I do. I like the chat function. Many dApps will do well with that. A good chat. Blaze Economy has a good chat. Wink has a good chat. A good chat function is awesome. It creates community, creates camaraderie. I mean, if you just want a good time of some low-paced gambling, going into Wink, playing Ring. Oh, so we lost. Play Ring in Wink. That's not good mining, but it's good fun. So then when you lose, what you do is you come to manual. You come to 66. This is just what I was doing. You double your bet. And so what that will do is if I win this bet, it basically wins the loss. I win the 100 right here. I'll win my 200 back, plus I win an extra 100, which is what I just lost on that losing bet. So let's see. The idea is win this bet, go back to mining the way we were before. If I lose this bet, then I just typically go back to 88 and keep going. Just take my losses. Or sometimes, I'll know ahead of time. I'll just make a plan. If I hit this point, you got to have a point of when you're stopping. So I lost that bet. It's a good time just to stop. You know what? You had some bad luck. It's a good time to stop. But if you wanted to keep going, come back to 88, cut it in half, auto, and roll. And you could just keep going. We'll keep going. See if we can get back over 11. Can we hit it? Alright, so we'll stop it. All done. But either way, by the way, keep in mind that you're still going to ultimately lose. This is just a way that you can win. But as you can see right here, I did well. You look at my luck. And how did I do this? I just increased my bet size. I was betting 1,000 and 2,000. And when I lost, I just did what I just did. I doubled my bet, went down to 66, roll under 66, made a roll. If I hit it, I went back to 88 and kept right on going. The good news is I just went on a good streak. I didn't lose. I ended up literally ended up, made 3,400 Tron, plus I'm getting divs. And I'm done, by the way. Let me just freeze this. I just did that for this video. I am not playing any more Rocky games, seriously, at all. Not for a while, not unless there's some future development that takes place. Now, I do have some concern with this platform, and I will explain that to you in a minute. There is something going on. See, these divs are great. Divs are freaking phenomenal right now. I do have some concern with this platform. In the evenings, late evenings, I noticed it about, in one of my videos, the video was titled 1,000, the thumbnail just said 1,000%. I noticed that there was like 900 people online playing, but the dividends didn't go up a great deal. I mean, they went up a good little bit, but then they kind of stalled. The divs have been kind of consistent. We've been getting around 100, 115 in divs. That's 1,000, 115,000 in divs. So they've been kind of consistent, but even when I don't understand why it spikes so high. I think there's some sort of bot traffic going on. I don't know if it's by the developers trying to stimulate action or simulate action. I don't really know what's going on, but the divs seem consistent, and nothing outside of that. There's nothing out of the ordinary. So for me, this is a small base hit. This is a winner. I won here. I'm going to keep mining quietly and just see what I'm sorry. I'm going to keep withdrawing my divs. Actually, they withdraw automatically. I'm going to keep collecting divs quietly, just kind of watch it, see how future development goes, before I consider mining any more or any further on that. Now, my main thing that I'm doing by far has to do with Wink. It's not dice, no, but I will show you dice. I have some dice, 2,300 in dice. I'm getting 69, trying to divs. Sure wish I'd went into dice much bigger. I have not, but I wished I had. What I'm doing is, where's it at? This is my main thing. Tron Poker. In any poker platform, any online casino, there's one or two out there. I mean, Ace Wins out there, but I don't think they're really doing anything. I've looked at them. There's not a whole lot of action on their poker site. There's not a whole lot of action on Wink's poker site, to be totally honest with you. My whole goal here is to grow my Tron bankroll playing multiplayer poker. Originally, I was trying to play multiplayer poker and play Blaze, but Blaze has a ways to go. So primarily, it's collecting divs from other platforms, but my main goal is to grow my Tron bankroll just playing multiplayer poker. That's the goal. I'm using bankroll strategy right now. I'm over 10,000 Tron. My current bankroll strategy is I have over 10 buy-ins to go to the next level. So right now I've got a little over 10,000 Tron, 11,000 Tron. So I'm playing at this level whenever I can. Right now there's one table. You need to play multiple tables. You can play up to 4 tables. So right now I would play this table, and I would play 3 400 tables right now. And I would keep an eye out to see if more tables were going to get opened up. And that's, I'm really grinding out playing a good bit of Tron poker right now. I've looked at other platforms. I think they're the best altcoin poker platform in existence. I love the fact that you're earning the rate token. Love that, because you can profitably earn rate tokens. Yes, the earnings aren't big, but you're profitably earning rate tokens, which is awesome. You're profitably earning Tron and rate tokens. So Rake is a win for me. Blaze Economy has been a win for me. Trontopia, I'm pretty confident it's going to be a win for me. Rocket Games is definitely a win for me, meaning that I've not lost money on those platforms or lost Tron on those platforms. Now, my concerns with Rake, today for some reason mining's not working, so I'm assuming they'll get that squared away. It should start back to working. But the software really isn't that great. You can only play 4 tables at a time, and let me show you something. when you open up multiple tables, I'll show you. So I don't play, you can play this mode. I don't play in this mode. Oh. By the way, here's a hint. You should always buy in at full stack. Always. Playing sure stack poker, if you know what you're doing, is typically, there's a whole strategy to be able to play sure stack poker, but it's more advanced than you need on this website. Here's the challenge. So I normally play in this mode so I can see what's going on, but watch this if it shows. All your buttons, your fold, your check buttons are all down here. And the website kind of flips you around to wherever the action is at. But sometimes you'll be on one, like today I folded a freaking full house by accident. It was extremely annoying because I went to click raise and somehow or another the fold button was, I went to fold on, that's what it was. I went to fold a weaker hand waiting for the action on my table. I went to fold on a weaker hand, but then that table popped up as I literally went to click the button, and it always happens like it's just a simple quick second happens. I went to click the button, and as I went to click the button, it pulled up my freaking table that had the full house, and I accidentally hit that fold. Literally just happens within a second. You're like, oh, let me click fold, and then it changes on you as your fingers going down on the mouse click or whatever, and I accidentally folded a full house. That sucks. I'm gonna get out of here. So the software has a little bit to be desired, but it's the best thing in the space by far. They have sit and go games, but there's just not a lot of people playing them. And this is one of those things, again, you gotta be careful in the crypto space. A lot of people are like, you'll hear a lot of opinions in the crypto space, and most of them aren't based on any business, nothing. They're based off everybody's emotions. People said, man, wait till Wink gets poker, then it's going to explode. You wait, they're getting multiplayer poker, that's going to change everything. And then other people hear that and they're like, oh yeah, it's going to change everything. Let me show you something. There's not a lot of action here. Most of these tables are empty. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables total across all stakes. That's not a lot of action. Rake has done squat for the overall platform as far as dividends and earnings, but it's probably going to be a steady earner for them, and I believe it's going to grow over time. As a player, it's a lot of fun to play. Once Rake came around, people were like, man, they need sit and go. They need sit and go tournaments. When they get sit and go tournaments, man, this is going to go crazy. Everybody's going to want to play when they get sit and go tournaments. Oh yeah? I already knew this, by the way, but it's okay. 6 players playing that. It's a long ways from exploding. But it's okay. One thing I got to tell you in this space is when you hear people, it's true in the Blaze Economy chat. A lot of people just say stuff out of emotion, and they're typically optimistic. Like they're part of the platform, they want to see it do well. So the next development, they're biased and they're optimistic that the next development's going to be huge. It's going to be amazing, and I understand that. But it's wise if you just take a step back and be like, well, we'll see. Hopefully, maybe. I will tell you, I never thought multiplayer poker was going to come to Wink, so they exceeded my expectations. And I was never crazy positive about Wink, but Wink is here to stay. They're the only ones who can get consistent action on a dice game. I mean, people have been playing Ring, people have been playing dice on Wink, or when it was Tron Dapp, long after it made no sense from a mining perspective or even from a dividend earning perspective. They were just playing to play. So Wink is probably here to stay. Crazy name, by the way, dumbest name ever for a casino. But Wink is probably here to stay for a long time. So I'm here playing poker. If you know of another poker platform that's strictly altcoin based, especially if you can earn dividends, because I love the fact that I can play and I can earn dividends. That's awesome. And I can earn a token that might have a value at some point in the future. So if you know of anything else out there, you can definitely leave a comment. You don't have to put a link. Just leave a comment down below. If you put a link, I'm probably going to miss it. But if you put a comment down below, I'll be able to check it out. Or you know what? You can put a link. I'll try to look back and see if you know of something. And it's fine if it's a referral link, but don't send me stupid crap. I looked at Ace Wins. I've looked at the other one. What is it? Play Royale. But it doesn't look like there's any actual poker players in any of those websites. Not really. Tron's got the most amount of poker players, and as you can see, there's not many of them. And there are busier times than this, by the way, just so you know. I mean, I have seen times where I've seen 6 tables playing at the 400s. I've seen, 4 or 5 tables. I've had 4 tables up before playing at the $1,000 buy-in, or 1,000 Tron buy-in, and this one actually tends to be quite busy, which is 8,000 Tron buy-in. This one tends to be quite busy, and when I say 8,000, I'm talking about to buy in a full stack. So that's where I'm at currently in the crypto space. These are the platforms that I'm most excited about, or at least that I'm in a part of. Bankroll, Crypto Tab browser for sure, Blaze Economy, Trontopia, Rocket Games is the newest, and then of course there is Wink. If you want to know what's going to be the newest platform that I'm looking at, or if there's another platform you want to be one of the first to know, oftentimes my email subscribers are the very first people to know. So go down below in the comments, please submit your email. You'll need to confirm your email address because I want to make certain that you're not getting, I'm not spamming people or whatever. So you'll need to submit your email, confirm your email address. Once you do that, you'll automatically be directed to a link to be able to download and install the Crypto Tab browser. You'll literally start earning passive cryptocurrency just by browsing the web, and then you'll get an email series that will teach you about Blaze Economy and the basic fundamentals of understanding how to play the Blaze platform. And then I'll periodically send out emails giving you updates on what's going on, letting you know when I don't always, but oftentimes will let you know when I'm putting up a new video. And I'll definitely periodically give my email subscribers the first heads up on any other dApps or even dApp news that's in this space. So if you've got any questions or comments, please put them down below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon so you are one of the first ones to know when I drop a new video. Thank you so much for watching. That is my dApp update.